All right, here's another Lewis structure question. This one has the added question of how many valence electrons. So it's asking you to add it up first. So carbon has 4, nitrogen has 5, but what we can't forget is this minus sign adds another one. So we have 10. So one thing to look for when you're doing these is patterns, right? So if you watch the previous video, we did nitrogen, 2 elements, it had 10 valence electrons, and what we ended up with was a triple bond. Here again, we have 2 elements, we have 10 valence electrons, so it's gonna probably look pretty similar. Now this one is a little bit harder, right, to do if you're working on it like this. You know how if we bond those, we can do a triple bond, and then we add that last one and have an octet for both. Again, remember, we count valence electrons. So here we are, 10. Then we satisfy the octet for every atom, unless it's a hydrogen, it's a duet. Now, a couple ways to do this, right? We can have our pot of electrons and we can just start with single bonds and then take away if we need, or move to double bonds if we need to. They get a little more complex when you have more bonds or you have multiple central atoms. So we'll see those. But here we're looking at 2 atoms with 10 valence electrons to work with. So let's try our program. So I'm going to do first a carbon. And a nitrogen. Now I saw that this was a triple bond. I'm going to put on my valence. I see there's 6. My carbon, I'm going to add 2. My nitrogen, I am going to add 2. Now they both meet the octet. I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 total electrons. So that's correct. So I have everything with an octet and I'm using the correct number of valence electrons. One of those valence came from the minus sign. Remember, minus means 1 additional electron. Minus 2 would be 2 additional electrons. Okay. There's that. I'm going to select 10. There we go.